Card 48. For this problem, you need to know how to manipulate algebraic expressions. 3 big words. All it means is you need to know when you're faced with an equation how to change it around to solve for what you're supposed to solve for. So let's get started so you can see how I would solve this problem. This is an interesting problem. I always like to start out by, if you have a word problem, just writing it into an equation. So let's write this first part of the sentence into an equation. If 1/3 of the weight of a deli sandwich, so we're going to write 1/3 of, which means times, a deli sandwich, let's say S, is 1 pound, equals 1. The weight of 5 deli sandwiches, so 5S, 5 sandwiches, can be found by multiplying 1 pound by what? What is what we're looking for, the question mark. So if we're looking for 5 deli sandwiches, how can we rewrite this equation so that it means 5S? Because basically this is 1 pound on this side. So we want to know what can we multiply this by in order to get 5 sandwiches. So what can we do with this? Let's write it a little closer together. If we make that into a fraction, we can rewrite this as S over 3, right? Because 1 times S is S, 3 times 1 is 3. Now, what can we do to manipulate this part of the equation to get 5S? This takes a little bit of thinking, but basically what we're going to do is play with what we know about fractions. And if we write 3, we want something to cross out the 3 and to make the top be 5. So let me show you something. If we write 15, what do we get when we multiply straight across? We get 15s over 3, and then the 15 and the 3 will reduce, because 3 goes into 15 5 times, and we'll get 5s. So do you see how I multiplied by 15, and I turned s over 3 into 5s, which, by the way, is exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for how to find 5s. So the way I did that was by multiplying 3, the denominator, by the number we were looking for, which was 5. 3 times 5 is 15. And if you multiply by 15, then it cancels this out while leaving you with that amount left over, the 5s. So basically, if I write it up here now, I multiplied each side by 15. 15 over 1 is the same thing. If you multiply each side by 15, we can write it over here now, we get 15s over 3 equals 1 times 15 over 1, which just equals 15. And if we reduce this side, we get 5s, right? Because we just did that. 15 divided by 3 is 5s equals 15. And that's really your answer. The way that we are multiplying s over 3 into 5s is by multiplying each side by 15. So we're multiplying 1 pound by 15, and that is our answer.